Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, each and every last one of you. It's a sad day here in Norfolk, Virginia, but I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young Live, where I am bringing this to y'all live, raw, and uncut. If you can remember, about a week ago, we did a story on a young man that was murdered in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia. Yes, you heard that right. We said he was murdered, okay, by an off-duty Norfolk police officer. I'm gonna give y'all a recap of the story. Allegedly, he had some type of mental disability that was stable. Allegedly, it was a lady walking down the street. It was a white woman walking down the street, and he walked past her. She alleged that he said he was going to slice her or cut her. Now, this is allegedly. She calls her husband, which is an off-duty Norfolk police officer. However, they was in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia. She was so afraid for her life, she did not dial 911. She called her husband instead, which was an off-duty Norfolk police officer. When the husband came to the scene, he came to the scene with another young man, and both of them was strapped with a gun. What happened from there, allegedly, they confronted the man that was walking away from the scene, trying to get home like he was doing from the beginning, and he was left shot dead in Chesapeake, Virginia. As of to this date that I know of, there have been no charges filed on the off-duty Norfolk police officer. So what we're saying is, do police officers have special privileges to get away with murder? We don't think he followed protocol when he came out to the scene. First, where he went wrong at. First, where his wife went wrong at. If you had feared for your life, why didn't you dial 911? You was in Chesapeake, Virginia. Second, when your husband came to the scene, he came to the scene already strapped and ready to shoot, with another gentleman allegedly with a gun also on his waist. When he got to the scene to assist his wife, why didn't he follow protocol and dial 911? Because Chesapeake, Virginia is not his jurisdiction, and he was also off work. We want to know what happened and caused you to put 5 to 6 bullets allegedly into the man's chest and also back as he was walking away from the scene. We also want to know, why wasn't he charged with murder by the city of Chesapeake? And we also want to know, why do Norfolk Police Department still have him on the police force on administrative leave? These are the questions that the public wants to know. No, we want justice for this young man that lost his life, where the off-duty police officer took the law into his own hands. He became the judge, the jury, and also God. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young Live, where we are standing outside of his funeral right now, waiting for the funeral procession to come in. We are outside the grave funeral home. His funeral is supposed to start at 12 o'clock this afternoon, and we want to keep light on what happened, because someone has to share his story, and it shall be me. Oh, here go the funeral right now. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young Live, bringing it to you live, raw, and uncut. It's a sad day here in Norfolk, Virginia. Get up. Yes, once again, here's the funeral coming in right now. It's a sad day here in Norfolk, where allegedly the police officer got away with murder, and we are on the scene of it, live, raw, and uncut, to let them know we want justice right now. We want justice right now. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young Live. Once again, this the young man that was murdered by an off-duty police officer, where he was walking home, and a woman alleged that he said he was going to cut her. Instead of her calling Norfolk police, she decided to call her, instead of her calling Chesapeake police, she decided to call her husband, which was an off-duty Norfolk police officer. He took the law into his own hands and shot and killed and murdered this young man right here. This is his funeral here in Norfolk, Virginia, at Gray's Funeral Home. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young Live, where I am bringing this to you live, raw, and uncut. Justice must be done. It's a sad day here in Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, I'm gonna do a recap, y'all. What happened was, once again, in Chesapeake, Virginia, a lady alleged that this young man, I think his name is Kevin, said he was gonna cut her. She was walking with a stroller with a child in it. Instead of her calling the police department, Chesapeake Police Department, she decided to call her husband, who is an off-duty Norfolk police officer. Her husband and his friend came to the scene where both of them were strapped with guns. Okay, Kevin was walking away from the scenes according to the witnesses that was around on the scene during the time. When Kevin was trying, I think his name is Kevin, make sure, as he was walking away from the scene, the off-duty Norfolk police officer and his friend cut him off allegedly, got out and confronted him where some type of altercation came about. When the police officers were done with the guy, they had shot him multiple times where he was left dead. Yes, he did not die on the scene. He died in the ambulance. So they knew he was dying as they took him to the hospital. He was shot multiple times, at least 5 or 6 times. Allegedly, they said they heard the gun go off. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young live, where I'm bringing this funeral to you live, raw and uncut, because we want justice done. No one should get away with murder, regardless of your status in the community. Yes, all prayers are going out to the young man and also his family. After this young man was killed, after this young man was killed, also a Newport News police officer was killed. Our prayers are going out for her as well. The person that killed the police officer in Newport News, Virginia, is charged with capital murder. We would like the same charge for this off-duty police officer that took the law into his own hands. Okay. All right, this will be the end of what I'm going to show y'all about the young man. We're going to give his family their peace and their respect, but we want to make sure his death do not go unnoticed, nor do it go unrecognized. I am the infamous Miss Rhoda Young live, where I am working with the family, his brothers, and also his kid's mother, where they do want me to make sure I keep a light on this situation so justice do be served. And you heard it here first. Before we News 10, Channel 3, also Channel 13 News. Rhoda Young Live.